Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to set up our tool stand. What that's going to do is it's going to act like a little mini drill press. We can put our rotary tool in, and we'll put a 1mm diamond coated drill bit in it, and we'll use it to drill out a Petoskey today. We're going to turn that Petoskey into a necklace. But before we get started, if you could hit that thumbs up button at the bottom, it'd really help us out a lot. It puts us in front of more viewers, helps out with the YouTube algorithms. And if you're not a subscriber yet, please head over to the channel, click that subscribe button, and turn on the notifications. That's just going to allow you to see when we drop new videos, and it'll help us out a ton. So let's get started. So this is a tool stand we got from Amazon. This is about $40. So we're going to go ahead and unbox it and see what's all in there, find the tools, and we'll get it assembled. And it does come with instructions, so that'll come in handy. So here's all the hardware. We'll go ahead and we'll dump that out, and then we'll see what we need and we'll get assembling. Step one has us putting these little rubber feet on the bottom of the stand, and so we'll get these pulled out. And these get slapped in right there just so it don't slide around. And they're just a press fit. Gives it a nice sturdy base. So next we're going to use this bolt and nut. The nut will go in the little channel that holds it, and then the bolt will just get started into the nut, and that's just going to act like a jam for your upright post. So once you get that in there, you tighten it up. It tightens up against the post and holds everything in place. I'm going to go ahead and find some tools, and then we'll be right back. So now that we have the upright all tightened, it's telling us to take this little black piece, shove it in the top of the pole, and then this will go, the carriage will go on. So we'll get this installed, and we're almost done. So there's another nut that goes into the carriage. Then this wing bolt will go in there to tighten it up on the upright. Then you can slide that on and tighten it up, and it'll hold it in position. So the last thing as part of the kit is it's got this little wing bolt, the last one that goes in there. And it'll go in this little slot right here. All that is a lock if you want to lock the drill press in a certain area. If you're doing something besides drilling, you're using it to machine parts or carve rocks. And then it also came with 4 screws to bolt it to the table. We're not going to do that because we want to keep it mobile. Then it has 2 little nuts that's used to tighten up the Dremel tool or rotary tool to the unit. So we'll go ahead and we'll figure out which one these needs to go on it, and we'll get the rotary tool put on, and then we can get to drilling rocks. Okay, so we're using this Hyper Tough rotary tool. It's a 12-volt lithium battery, kind of like a Dremel tool, but it's from Walmart. I think it was $35. So we're gonna go ahead and use this one. And the nut that works with it is the red nut. So we can go ahead and get this put on. And it just sits in there just like that. Then you put this nut on from the bottom. tightened up, Now you have your drill press. So all we have to do is change out, put in a diamond coated drill bit. We got this kit off of Amazon. It's got 31mm coarse diamond coated bird glass bits in it. And this should cut out rocks pretty well, drill out rocks pretty well. So we're gonna go ahead and put one of these in. This is the kit that comes with the Rotary tool kit. It has a little tool. So we'll use that tool to change out the drill bit and then we'll get started. But it also has little sanding discs, cutoff wheels, polishing pads. It's got all kinds of stuff. So it's a nice little deal on it. I think it was 35 or 40 bucks at the most. So we'll go ahead, we'll change out the drill bit and then we can get to drilling a Petoskey stone. This is the one we're gonna drill. We'll drill in right up here. Put in the sterling silver. It's 925 sterling silver. It's just got a little stud, so we drill a hole out. We glue that in and it makes a nice little necklace pendant. So we'll go ahead and get stuff switched around and we'll get started. So it might be hard to see, but there's a little red button right here that locks it so you can loosen this up. Once you get it loose, that bit will come right out. So we'll go ahead and grab one of the 1mm bits. They're the same diameter, so they're made to use in these collars. So then we'll go ahead and we'll tighten that right back up, holding the lock button and the little wrench that come with it. And that's tight. Now we have our 1mm drill bit in there and we can drill rocks. So what I'm going to start with is my Petoskey, and I'm going to mark the center spot on the rock about roughly where I want that hole to be. That way it gives me a visual of where to start it at. I won't be talking much during this part of the video because I'll have my respirator on, but we got a bowl of water. We're going to keep dipping the rock in that water and slowly working that hole to depth. You always want to have the rocks wet, that way you're not messing around with rock dust. It's harmful for the lungs. So I'm going to go ahead and put my respirator on and we'll get started. So now we'll check, make sure we got the right depth. And if we do, we'll go ahead and get it dried off and ready to glue. And we'll check this using the sterling silver piece that I plan on gluing in, and it goes in no problem. So we're gonna go ahead and blow out the hole, get the glue out, and we'll go ahead and set this in place. And this is why I don't want to drill it down to the table, so we're going to go ahead and move that water out of the way. And then we can just pick this right up, move it to the back, give us plenty of room to work. So we'll go ahead, get stuff put away, get stuff dried off, and get ready to glue our bale into the rock. So for this part, we're going to be gluing in the sterling silver stud into the Petoskey using B7000 glue. We really like this. This tube works really nice because it's got a poker that keeps it from drying, and it's got a little needle pointed tip, if you can see that. So it works really well for what we use it for. Makes you be super accurate, not waste a lot, not have a lot of spillover. So we're going to go ahead and give this a minute to dry out, and we'll glue this and be done. Now, one thing that should be said about the B7000, it will set rather quickly, but you do want to give it 24 to 48 hours to become fully hardened. You do that, then you shouldn't have any problems with it coming apart, and it works really well. So what I'm using is the same 1mm drill bit all cleaned up, and I'm just going in the hole and just pulling out any of the rock powder at the bottom. Just make sure I have my hole cleaned out as good as I can. You want to make sure you have a nice spot for that epoxy to bond to. So now that we have it good and clean, what we'll do is we'll use this B7000, and we'll just take that tip, put it in there, and squeeze a little bit into that hole. Not too much. And we'll put just a little bit on the post. Then you want to make sure your eye is straight with where you're sealing. And then we'll hold it there for a minute and make sure that eye is, make sure that eye is straight, held straight while it creates the tack bond, and then you'll be good to go. So I'll go ahead and hold this till it dries up a little bit and becomes firm, and then we'll be done. So I got it all squared up, got it lined up right about where I want it. It's already starting to dry up some. So I'll hold it and prop it up standing upright like this until it dries. I'll probably give it 8 hours, and then you can move it in and lay it down, and it should be good to go. But I'll prop it up like this, let it cure out. After 24, 48 hours, it'll be rock solid, and you'll be good to use it to put it on a chain and wear it around like a necklace. And here's the finished pendant. Turned out really nice. I was happy with it for the first time drilling. I thought it turned out great. So that was it. The tool holder definitely makes it easier. Today was less than ideal because I was doing everything on the fly. My water bowl was a little bit too big. Ideally, you'd like to have a water bowl to where you could hold onto the rock, bottomed out, and not freehanding it. But for the purpose of the video, it worked. If you haven't already, go down, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us out. And if you're not a subscriber and you made it to this part, head over to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notifications, that way you get to know when all our new videos are coming out. We're going to be trying to put out new videos on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and we'll be putting out shorts that showcase what the full-length videos will be on Thursdays and Sundays. I really appreciate the support, so thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.